We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors, but we borrow it from our next generation. Hello everyone, welcome back to Sustainable Living with Shilpa Reddy, powered by Planet Green's Farm Natura, a new beginning to your life. We are living on this planet as if we have another one to go to. It's time we change the way we conduct ourselves. Welcome to yet another episode of CocoWorks Sustainable Star, where we bring to you nature's finest friends and their experiences. I'm super excited to have my dear friend on the show today, recipient of several awards and a winner of Million Hearts. She continues to take charge of young lives with Pratyusha's support. Let's welcome my darling and ever-smiling Samantha Akkineni Ruth Prabhu. Sam, first of all, thank you. Thank you for trusting my venture and coming today.
Why would I not? I'm so proud of you because you fit right in, because I know you very, very well and this is so you.
Thank you. You are a bundle of energy. Whenever you're at a party or in a room, your energy is infectious. Always making people laugh and go into splits. But the Sam I know has a much more deeper side to her. She's compassionate, she's caring, she stands up to what she believes in for her friends and for herself. So we want to explore that, Sam.
Abba, Abba, Abba.
No, really, I want people to know the other side of you. I've also, we spoke about this many times and you didn't have it easy. From your childhood, I know what all you went through to be where you are today. And it wasn't easy for sure. But are there any childhood memories that impacted you deeply to become the kind of person you are, who's always striving for excellence and always winning everything?
I don't know about winning everything, Shilps. I don't know. I think the reason why we are best friends is because we have very similar kind of, a similar thought process. Like we think very much alike. When it comes to my childhood, and yeah, I did not have it easy when it comes to my childhood and my upbringing. And I always remember I'm from in Chennai. I'm from a small place called Pallavaram, and usually there's this joke that nobody ever gets out from Pallavaram. Nobody ever so there's this joke there used to be in veteran lines that everybody used to just stay there, or they never used to it used to be
Explore
so I always wanted to no, I have to do something, I have to make something really big with my life. And I guess nobody had any expectations also of me. And so it kind of made me very determined to do something that wasn't even expected of me, I guess. So that pushed me, and ever since I remember, I think from school, I just always had to be the best in whatever I did. Not necessarily, I remember in school, I was the most intelligent person, but I worked the hardest. I always worked the hardest. Whether it was school, college, not necessarily the most intelligent person in the room, but always I would mug up guides, I would mug up, things out of syllabus, just so that I was extra prepared. So these things started quite early on, I guess.
I heard you speak about your mother very fondly at several occasions. What is that she instilled in you, and what is that you imbibed from her?
I think if there's niceness in me, it's because otherwise it would have just been a mean creature. Even though we never had much, she always gave. She always made it a point to give. And I remember not having anything at all, but still people would come to her for help. And I found that absolutely shocking and quite ridiculous also, but she always found a way to help them. Either she would pray with them or she would take what little we had and give away. So this was something that stuck with me, you know, and this was something that is part of my personality. I have this habit of, even though I came from nothing, I always have this habit of loving to give.
I know, I got so many gifts from you. You love giving gifts.
I love to give. So I think I got this from her, and I just got to be more empathetic from her.
What did she instill in you? Like, what did she kept saying, this is how it should be, or you should become?
She didn't, again, like, I don't think she wanted, like, when I remember, like, me being a big actress or being successful didn't matter to her as much as when I started Pratyusha.
Oh.
So that really, it was such a big accomplishment for her, and it moved her so much that I thought of something like this, and this was more fruitful for her than, you know, me being a big actress and being a success in the film industry. So I knew that before as well. I knew that this would move her, and this would really make her proud. So, and that's my mom, exactly.
Sam, I know that you are a damn good student, and I've seen your report card, and you are topping in every subject. So if not an actor, what would you have become?
I really don't know. Like I said, like everybody in veteran lines, okay, that's where I am from, they have this dream that they have to go abroad. I think it's the Anglo-Indian trait, like they have to go abroad. So I thought, like, you know, I have to go to Australia and study further studies and study further and work there, and that's the plan. But I guess God had different, God had other plans, and thankfully, thank God for that, because I'm really, really happy. It's not because I'm successful, but because I love my job. I really, really love what I do. I go to work and I'm 100% happy with my job. So I can't think of anything else that I would rather be doing.
What does it do to you, acting? And what is the most gratifying thing about being an actress?
Like I just mentioned, I think just the satisfaction, the job satisfaction, and I wish that for any person, you know, it's not really me being an actress, but any person who has that job satisfaction in their field of work is blessed, is really blessed, and I feel really blessed because I feel that kind of satisfaction. The happiness I feel when I get take right, and you know, when I know that I'm getting a character right, and I'm getting to play another person and really getting to empathize with that role and understand the depths of that character and really give myself to that role. That kind of satisfaction for me is phenomenal, and that's the best part of my job.
So you've been working from a very young age, and that too relentlessly. And lockdown had brought everything to a standstill. I mean, now I'm sure you started working, but then there was that 4 or 5 months period when you started, you know, growing, you know, vegetables and doing hydroponics farming. And how did it start? I mean, what made you want to start that during that time? Did you always like plants?
Actually, no. I didn't know what I liked, because for the last, like you know, for the last, you know, since I can remember, from the 11th standard or so, I've been working, and I've only been working. I've only lived out of a suitcase. I do not. So when people ask me what are your hobbies, also, I like acting. I used to say, like, no, that's your job. That's not a hobby. So because I did not have the time to actually understand what were my likes, what were my dislikes, what did I enjoy doing. I've only been working for as long as I can remember. So this is the first time that I had this time to myself to even understand what exactly do I even like to do in my free time. And then I remember when this lockdown was called for, like everybody else, Che and me got into the car to go buy groceries. And it was such a nerve-wracking experience because we didn't know how long these groceries are going to were going to last. We don't know.
Okay.
They were saying the shops are going to be shut. So you know, rationing. Prati household, no, there was rationing and stocking on food. All of us discussed this, kada. Rationing of food, of everything. So it struck me that we are here working. We worked hard. We thought of other things, but we never thought that it's as simple as food. It's as simple as last law. Our basic necessity is only there's a roof over our head and there's food to feed us and the health of our family.
That's right.
And it just was like, no, I will never be in this position again where I cannot put food on the table for my family. So that's where the thought came into my mind that, you know, terrace garden, that there should be food, that I should be able to grow my own food and sustain my family, you know, in any kind of pandemic or any kind of emergency. I should not be so dependent
for your basic
for something so basic for existence. We've put our hands literally, put our lives literally in other people's hands.
True.
So this was about taking control back of our lives, you know, what little control we could. So that was the beginning, and then I fell in love.
Not just you growing, grow with me hashtag is like a little moment. You made millions grow with you. Not just that, you brought experts to, you know, give them affordable ideas to grow, and, you know, budget, you know, with low budget they can do so much, and even if it's a balcony. I've seen pictures and videos little kids send you with their plants. You know, it must be so gratifying. But why did you think that you have to do this with everybody?
So I realized that this time was a difficult time for many people. Emotionally, it was a very dark phase, right? I had my lows as well. I don't know about you, there were ups and downs, you know, because we were just displaced from our usual routines and uncertainties, you know, of this disease, of this virus, of what's going to happen next, the health of our family, the stability of our job. It was such a negative period, and when I started growing, I just felt at this time with the plants and just watching from a seed break open, come out, you know, like it breaks open to feed you, and you know, this plant from this 40 days, and you're working in the soil, and it's therapeutic, it's calming to the mind, and I never realized how soothing and it is to the mind. So I just wanted more people to share it. I wanted to share my experience with more people. So it was mostly about that. I just wanted to share this positivity with as many people as I could, because of the situation that we were in, and to focus more on something that had a positive outcome.
You also gifted Nag his whole hydroponic kit, and the picture where he's sowing the seed, you know, in his backyard went viral. And your Green India challenge that you had a plant with him, that also went viral. So how does Nag add to your thoughts in this regard? He's also a nature lover.
So that's our connect. We love talking about. We're in competition. Whose plants grow better?
Okay.
So when I go to his house, I'll be like, oh, why is your kale growing better than my
Mine.
kale? When he comes to my house, he's like, how is this butterhead growing better? So I can almost competing who is growing their plants better right now.
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah, so I think both of us love spending time at home. Shay also makes fun of me of the fact that if I leave you, you'll sit down in your pajamas at home all day, every day, not make any plans to go out anywhere. So even Nagmama loves spending time at home with his plants and in nature, in his backyard. So I think that's our connect. We love plants, we love nature, and we love our home. So so we're always discussing better ways to grow veggies.
How sweet. Yeah, great topic to converse about also, I think. So Sam, what is your idea of sustainability?
So much is being said right now about sustainability, and I feel sorry for people who think that it is not as important as people are saying it is, and people who think it's a gimmick. I feel sorry for them because they really don't care about the next generation. They really don't care about them. And I think sustainability is just as simple as cleaning up after yourself, right? Because you have done so much damage to this planet and to this environment, and it's really time you clean up after yourself. And if you want, if you want life to sustain, and it's time that we all open our eyes. It's not like it's not there. We chose not to see. We have chosen not to see. It's just time that we all open our eyes.
Right.
So I think that what you're doing with sustainable living with this show is so important because people really need to open their eyes.
Everyone cannot.
When I say people, I'm including myself.
I'm including myself too. This is my journey as well.
Yes,
in fact,
absolutely.
I wanted to tell everyone, I don't know all, I don't do it all, but this is an attempt to bring positivity through the show.
Absolutely.
In the process of, getting to know people like you, your lifestyles, I'm also learning so much.
Yeah,
so for sure.
In fact, like I in no way lead a sustainable, a life, and as an actor, there are so many things that I do wrong on a day-to-day basis, but I am taking baby steps, and we cannot live in these times especially, we cannot say somebody else will save the world.
Right.
It is time that you make a small step. You cannot be perfect. There are activists and there are people who are perfect, but I'm not saying that I am one of those people, but I am saying that I am not going to be the person who is saying, let them save the world. I will take my small step to save the world as well with them. So that's what I'm doing, and I think that's what you're doing as well.
Absolutely. So having said that, any three things that every household or communities can adopt to, have activities close to nature? Like something simple, like what are the three things that everyone can immediately adopt?
I think it's so simple. It's like, it's as simple as switching off the lights when you leave a room, switching off the lights and fans when you leave the room. Who does that? A lot of people don't do that. They don't do that.
True.
When you leave a room, when you go out, it's just as simple as see that the fans, lights are switched off. Conserve water. It's as simple as that. And something that I've started practicing that I'm enjoying really doing is zero waste. My compost, I'm composting, and all my compost goes to enriching my plants. So my household is now, I'm not saying I'm zero waste, but I'm in the process of ensuring that my home is going to become zero waste, which is which I think is not as hard as I thought it would be. It's really not as hard, and also something that that families can begin is also eat more veggies, eat more vegetables, because I think animal meat does also affect. So I think all of this, eat local produce, helps a long way.
Right. What would you think the young entrepreneurs who are starting up should keep in mind to be in sync with nature?
I think the young, I am learning from the young these days. I'm learning so much. Even with my hydroponics, you know, I learned so much from Urban Kisan. When I saw that to grow my veggies, I am literally using 95% less water compared to the usual way of farming, you know. So they are thinking, the young entrepreneurs are thinking of sustainable ways, and I'm so happy to be part of this in some way. It gives me so much joy and excitement to be a part of this in some way. And it is a need of the hour. At least in fact, the young ones, they are forced to think of sustainable ways, because that's what we have left them with.
Right. I've known you as somebody who loved her seafood. And just in few months, sushi, crabs, and all of that, I saw you relishing all these things.
Yeah.
Just few months back, and just in few months, you turned vegan, and I've seen your journey. It wasn't that easy, and you stuck to it. What made you stick to, you know, becoming a vegan with such integrity?
You know what? Thanks to you as well. You started me on a path of meditation, and so.
But I'm still struggling. Oh God.
Thanks to you, I was doing a bit of soul searching, you know, with meditation, and I was starting to not feel empathetic when it's with my family or with my loved ones and with my friends. I could feel their pain, but when it comes to people outside of that circle, I was not able to feel that their pain, their suffering. So I was starting to question myself about my lack of empathy. And when I was questioning myself, I understood that it came down to a basic everyday decision of, I love my dog Hash, but I choose to kill another animal for my lunch and my dinner, because that animal is not my pet. So it stems from that. It stems from that, and the larger picture is this. So this is why you can love your pet and choose to eat an animal in the afternoon and the night, but then you can love your family, but you can't love people who are suffering outside, because it stems from that same thing, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted my empathy back, and that's when I decided that no, I'm going to stop eating any kind of animal product. So I really want to get that connect that I have lost back with everything, with all beings and their happiness. And so that's where the journey started, and I feel like I am very empowered every single day by that decision. And it's that feeling is just getting stronger every day. So it has no health reasons. It's just it's just because of this.
When you started Pratyusha, I think you were very young.
Yeah, I think 2014. Yeah.
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 Yeah, still in your 20s.
Yeah,
you know, like mid-20s or something.
Yeah.
It must have taken a lot of zeal, and you have to be extremely compassionate to kind of run an organization that was saving children's lives. So why this cause for children?
I always wanted to, again because of my mother. She was the reason why I always wanted to do this. Pratyusha is basically when there is an emergency in the hospital, you know, coming from a very simple means, I know how difficult it is if there is a sudden emergency, a medical emergency in the family. You have nowhere to turn to. You have, even a middle class family has nowhere to turn to when it comes to, the child is as good as given up. The family gives up on the child, because where will they turn to in such kind of emergencies?
No extra reserves, nothing.
Yeah, it's impossible. So I when I got sick also, the kind of bills that I got, you know, that kind of also reminded me that if this is happening to me, then oh my God, this is happening to tons of people, and where will they go? Who will they ask? So that's what the idea of Pratyusha came, where, you know, Pratyusha gives 30%, the family gives 30%, and the hospital gives 30%. But sometimes we also offer the 30% that the family needs. That family cannot, yeah. So that's Pratyusha. And we have been very successful, and I think over 500 children have been cared for through us.
So before you take up any project, what do you have to tick off, and why are those important to you?
Like the audience is going to get bored, I also get bored of playing the same roles again and again. So every role has to be different from the previous role. It has to challenge me. Like, if I am not scared, that I've said this before, like 2 days, 3 days before starting that film, I should not be able to sleep. I should be
it's like a thumb rule.
Yeah, it's a thumb rule. I should not, if I'm sleeping, and then I'm like, oh God, this is not the right film for me. So I should not be able to sleep. I should be like so nervous that what am I going to do? How am I going to do this role? So all the roles that I've been this scared for have worked out really, really well.
That's
so I
good.
decided that this is the way to do it.
So you take up challenging roles which
Yeah.
nerve-wreck you.
Yeah, yeah, that's the key.
So
and then make everybody around me mad as well.
that I heard from Che. He tries to calm you,
Yeah.
but you don't. So Sam, when I came to you with the idea of ACOM, now our ACOM, you could have turned it down, because education is something I'm sure you didn't think of at that point. What resonated with you when I spoke about ACOM?
Firstly, I don't think I would have got into a partnership with anyone if it wasn't for you.
Thank you. It's a huge compliment.
I don't think so. It was again because I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
And because I've seen you with Deva. I really love the way you are as a mother, and the kind of kid Deva is. Like, Deva has everything, but at the same time he is so grounded, he is so respectful, and he has all the qualities that I look for in a little child. So, and I thought that, okay, Shilpa is perfect. She's done this so well, and I personally have always wanted to be a part of education in some way, in shaping the lives to be some part of the future, you know,
Right.
of like, we are going to be dead and gone soon, but you know, something about us should live on, and ACOM is that. I'm so proud to be shaping these little lives, and you know, watching those little videos. I know that it does to you
it's so
too. It makes us so happy, and growing up, like, you know, I always disliked the way education was, we were always taught to follow and never to create.
Right.
And I remember telling you this, that ACOM should always encourage children to be creators and not followers.
Right.
And this is why I wanted to be a part of education, and I found the absolute right partner in you, so why not?
So I also remember you mentioning your mom was also a teacher.
Yes, she
Did
was a
that
teacher.
somewhere play
Yeah,
a role?
absolutely, absolutely. I saw how children just loved her, and they just like they would cry, and as soon as they saw her, they would stop crying, and I just that was just so sweet to see, and I just thought that teachers are really special, and a school is gives to a child so much, you know,
Right.
that experience. You know, we
Absolutely.
still talk about our school memories so fondly.
Fondly. No matter what
No
we
matter what
learned, what we
happens,
didn't
however
learn.
older you become,
Right.
the school. So, like, why not?
Right.
Why not? And I always want to be part of businesses that really, really. Move me, and that I love being a part of, and that inspire me and push me to do more and be better.
Right.
And I always believe that when you're doing great things, monetary part will follow. But if you go focusing towards the monetary part, then you're just going to be mediocre.
No, always saw that in you, quality and, executing it the right way was always more important to you than the monetary benefits. So, absolutely right on that. You've been an animal lover. I know I've seen you feeding cats after lunches and all of that when we travel. And Hash, your boy is a star boy, has a huge fan following of his
Yeah,
own.
apparently.
I remember Chair was a little reluctant because of his allergies, but now he is in love with Hash.
Absolutely.
What does a pet do to your family?
I can't imagine my family without him now. He is my family. He's dinner conversations, breakfast conversations. He's part of everything. I can't imagine that we waited so long to get a pet.
Right.
You know, because they change so many things, and I don't think I would have become vegan also if it wasn't for Hash, right? I wouldn't have thought so much.
Right.
So he's influenced me in so many ways, and I think he's also prepared me for a motherhood.
You are an actor, but you're very enterprising, and you're an entrepreneur now with so many projects, and your latest project, Saki. It is a stylish clothing brand which is affordable and which a lot of people can have access to because of its price points. So what was the idea behind starting this?
I think again everything comes down to that growing up couldn't really afford you know, designer wear and all, but always wanted to
Who
wear,
doesn't, right?
yeah. Always, you know, wanted to wear all the fancy clothes, and you know, so watching TV and seeing all of these magazines and all of this, but could never afford it. And I always wanted every girl to feel like a star, and Saki, I always wanted to give that, but make it accessible to everyone, you know, to make give that feeling to, you know, to the feeling of a star and feeling special and that moment, but making it accessible, and that was very, very important to me. So that's what Saki is. It's a very, very special project, and have been thinking about it for a while, and finally it's here. So we work together as a team, all young girls, very enterprising. So it's so good to be at work with these very, very talented women.
Right.
And they're so intelligent, and they're so hardworking, and it's a very good team that I have with Saki.
Right.
And you would have seen all of the Instagram posts, and
Right.
they put their heart and soul into it, and fingers crossed.
I'm sure you'll do great. With Saki, are you bringing some kind of sustainable practices into the business, or some strategies around
yeah, I have a special place for handloom and the weavers, and with Saki, I really want. We already have a collection that is with traditional dyeing and
Oh, wow.
working with rural India, but I definitely want to explore that space more because it is handloom and weavers are have a very special place in my heart, and Make in India is something that is the need of the hour. So we are working on it.
I've seen you wear one tunic, and I've seen you wash it and wear it and
Yeah.
wash it and wear it.
Oh yeah.
The day I came to know it was one of the pieces from Saki, I know this girl is testing the durability and the quality.
Yes. So that's oh wow.
How important is quality to you?
My team will be so impressed. So for me, right, again, I do not believe right now in. I want to be able to provide pieces that can be used again and again. Classic pieces that can be you can mix and match, and you can use them again and again. So for me, durability is very, very important. So if you see, I have washed, I've worn them for yoga, I've worn them with hash on the carpet.
I've seen it twice already.
Yeah, you've seen me twice already. I've worn it like 10 times already, washed and worn, washed in the washing machine, hand wash, everything. So guys, like, really know that you're getting stuff that I really put under hard
Scrutiny.
tests.
Sam, so what, according to you, is Earth's harmony? Can there be another time where humans, animals, creatures, forests can all live in harmony and be peaceful?
Well, we can all take a step in that direction. It sounds very nice to hear that.
Yeah.
It sounds so nice to hear that. But yeah, like I said, we can't wait for the next person to take that step. We should be the one making the change.
Absolutely. So the pandemic, it changed lives. It changed people's emotions, thought processes. How did it change you, and what did you observe in your friends, family and colleagues? What drastic difference have you noticed?
I realized that the definition of success has changed a lot to many people. Like, success was fast paced, quick goals. Everything was very bigger meant better. Everything was quicker, bigger. But I think this has been a real reflection of change, of changes in goals, and health is important, and family is important.
Right.
Family time is important, and happiness is suddenly important, and the present, living in the moment, is important.
Right.
Nobody was really living in the moment. They were just running towards something else, right?
They went to nowhere.
Running to nowhere, really. Nobody knew where they were going anyways, including myself. So suddenly all of these things have changed, and I've seen this very apparently in many people around me, and I think that's good. I really hope this lasts.
What is the best thing about being an entrepreneur?
That I have finally called on.
You're the boss.
I'm the boss. Girl boss.
Okay. So we have a rapid choice round. It's very simple.
Okay.
All about nature.
Okay.
This is to get to know you a little more better.
Really? More than you already do.
Let's see. So, mountains or beaches? You have to select
You
one.
answer this. You answer this. You tell me. Mountains or beaches, Shilpa?
What? You tell me. You're asking me. Mountains or beaches, Sam? Be
Yeah,
serious.
actually, depends on who I am with.
Good
Depends upon the group.
Correct.
If we are in Croatia together, we like Croatia. If we are in Ibiza together, we like Ibiza.
What, Sam? Okay. Grasslands or forests?
Forests.
Caves, valleys.
I haven't been in a cave. Valleys.
Okay. Birds, animals.
How do I choose like that?
Okay, you can say both.
Both.
Discount.
Both.
Okay. Plant or a tree? I know.
What?
Okay, sorry, both. Water or fire?
Water.
Water. Okay. I'm a Cancer, that's why.
Yeah, okay, I can say that.
Sun or the moon?
Moon. No sun.
I know, you have a big hat whenever you get into the sun. Roses or lilies?
Lilies.
Fruits or vegetables?
Veggies.
Because you're growing them?
No, because I'm not a fruit person anyways.
Really? Okay. I see something I didn't know about.
You didn't know.
Farming, gardening.
Farming.
Okay. Both for you?
Farming both.
A river or an ocean?
Ocean.
Rain or snow?
Rain.
Biking or trekking?
Biking or trekking? I would love to go trekking.
Let's plan.
Yeah.
Camp or a cottage?
Cottage.
Because the washroom is attached. Sorry.
See, that's why I said I'm still not fully sustainable.
House or a farmhouse?
House.
City or a village?
City.
Skydiving, scuba diving?
Neither.
No? Okay. Summer, winter?
Winter.
Salad or smoothie?
Smoothie.
Good. Why so stressed?
Because this is all like, I want to choose both for lots of things.
Okay, I know animal lovers, nature lovers do that.
Yeah.
But thank you. It was such a
Thank you.
Such a
This was
beautiful
cute.
conversation,
Can I take
Sam.
all the plants though home?
okay, fine.
Yeah.
Not all, but
Okay.
I think you can take
3,
few.
4.
So again, really thank you for your time, and it was a wonderful conversation. I
Thank
think
you.
a lot of people will know a completely different side of Sam with this, and I'm so glad.
Thank you.
So before you leave, Sam, we also have a beautifully curated hamper from Yellow Verandah. It's a luxury home care boutique. You will love it. I hope you love it. I hope you all enjoyed my conversation with Sam. Please do subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for more updates. I will see you all next week. Till then, signing off, Shilpa Reddy.